Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you're a self-published author, there's one question that I bet keeps you up at night. Should I be running ads? Well, today we are going to get to the bottom of that. And more importantly, we're going to figure out how to do it without losing your shirt. All right, let's just dive right in.
It's the dream, right? You just pour a little money into some ads, and bam, your book just shoots straight to the top of the charts. It's a really powerful, tempting thought, and honestly, it's probably one of the most expensive mistakes an author can possibly make. And yeah, that mistake leads us right here to what I call the ad money trap. This is a place where good intentions and your hard-earned cash go to disappear. Let me show you what I mean. This right here, this is the nightmare scenario. You can see your ad spend just climbing and climbing, but your sales numbers, they're totally flat. You're just pouring money into a broken piggy bank. It's the very definition of being caught in the ad money trap.
So why does this happen? Well, it's because of a really big misunderstanding about what ads actually do. See, ads aren't some kind of magic button you can just press for more sales. If your book listing has problems, a bad cover, a weak description, then throwing ad money at it is like pouring water into a leaky bucket. You're not filling it up, you're just making a bigger, more expensive mess. So, if ads aren't a magic button, what are they? Well, that brings us to our next section, and a much, much better way to think about them. Ads are an amplifier.
This right here is the single most important mindset shift you need to make. Just let this sink in for a second. Ads don't fix weak books, they expose them. All an ad does is shine a giant spotlight on your book page, and if that page has problems, you're just paying to show those problems to way more people, way faster. Understanding this one idea is the key. Think of it like a megaphone, If you whisper a really great secret into it, everyone hears it, they get excited. But if you whisper something kind of uninteresting, well, the megaphone just makes you sound loud and boring. Ads do the exact same thing for your book. So let's look at how this amplification thing actually works. It's pretty simple. Ads just amplify what you already have. So if you have a weak book listing and you amplify that, you're just paying for clicks that don't turn into sales. You lose money, period. But if you have a strong listing and you amplify that, now you're getting a positive return and you can reinvest that money to scale up your ads and climb the charts. Same ads, totally different results.
Okay, so what exactly makes a listing weak? Let's do a little autopsy and find out the telltale signs of a book that's pretty much guaranteed to lose money on ads.
Here they are. These are the 3 giant red flags that will absolutely kill your ad campaigns. First, a poor cover, one that looks amateur or worse, doesn't even fit the genre. That's an instant nope from readers. Second, bad keywords. This means you're showing your amazing book to people who were never going to buy it in the first place. And third, a bland description. If it's just a summary instead of a sales pitch, it fails to create any excitement and people just scroll right on by. All right, enough with the problems, let's talk about solutions. We're going to flip all those red flags upside down and lay out the blueprint for an optimized book, a book that's literally engineered to work with ads. And here they are, the 3 pillars of a book that's ready for ads. First, a great professional cover that screams to your target audience, hey, this book is for you. Second, smart, SEO-friendly keywords that act like a magnet, pulling in readers who are already looking for a book just like yours. And third, a compelling description that hooks them from the very first sentence and makes clicking that Buy Now button a total no-brainer. And it all comes back to this picture, doesn't it? Just look at the difference. On the left, you've got that weak listing, losing money with every single click. But on the right, you have an optimized listing that turns ad spend into sales and just scales up and up. See? It's not about spending more money. It's about fixing the foundation first. That is the power of optimization.
So we know what a weak listing looks like, and we know what a strong one looks like. Now for the final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, the order you do things in. This is it. This is the $1 million question this whole explainer has been building towards. After everything we've talked about, should ads come before you optimize or after? Where do you put your time and your money first? And here it is laid out as simply as possible. The path to profitable ads has 2 steps, and I'm telling you, the order is non-negotiable. Step 1, you optimize. You fix the cover, the keywords, the description. You build a powerful sales page. Then, and only then,
do you move to step 2? You advertise. You amplify what you already know for a fact works.
Let me just say that one more time because it is the single most important takeaway from all of this. Do not pay to advertise a book that is not ready to sell. Fix the foundation before you try to build the skyscraper. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Go take a really honest look at your own book's listing. Look at the cover, the keywords, the description, and ask yourself, is this book ready for the amplifier? Is it really truly ready for the spotlight? Your answer to that question is going to make all the difference.